And welcome to your Gold Markets Insight for the 1st of March 2022. Delighted to see you here. Mike Smith, Senior Analyst and Head of Client Education Training. And let's look at what's coming across the news today and likely to influence sentiment. As we look at what happened overnight, US equities closed mixed as markets process the latest geopolitical situation and, of course, the economic impact of Western sanctions on Russia. We saw the Nasdaq close higher again, with the Dow and the S&P 500 sustaining small losses. But this was on the back of futures which were down in excess of 2% if we look at where we were this time yesterday. US futures are up in early Asian trading today, and Asian markets are all pointing positively. The VIX index remains high, suggesting market uncertainty is still very prominent, with 30 looking like a key level. We saw the US dollar index pull back from testing January highs yesterday, closing towards the low of the session overnight, and that appears to be the case also in early Asia. Gold is choppy, just above that 1900 level at this stage, and oil is pausing around that $100 level on the Brent contract. After doing little, we're seeing some movement in cryptos. Bitcoin has popped over 40,000 and is now eyeing the 200 EMA to the upside. And on the news from geopolitical situation is likely to dominate market sentiment again as we remain in a headline-driven market. We do have global PMI data due, including figures out of China, the UK, Europe and the US. And of course, locally, the RBA is likely to keep interest rates on hold. But what will be interesting is how hawkish or otherwise they are with the comments that go along with that announcement. Just a couple of charts for you to have a look at. The Nasdaq 100 daily, we said that it was up yesterday. You can see that on the futures contract on the CFD, trading around this key 14,223 level. If we look on the 30-minute chart, you can see how important this level may be. This was around the highs of yesterday and of the day before. And we're just going to move that up a little bit, and so we potentially can look towards a long position if it breaks 14,275. We also, on the FX front, like the look of a GB pound Canadian. I think this is looking technically interesting. There you see that support in place at 169.93. Let's call it around 170. If we look at the hourly chart, you can see how it's bashed against this over the last few hours and at the start of yesterday. So I'll be interested to see if we do get a break through this during the course of the day. On the ASX front, we do like PLS, the lithium company, Pilbara Minerals, who obviously have a stake to play in the long-term switch to EVs. I see this pushing hard up against 282. This is an important price level. Not only was it the high from last week, but also previously when in this range was resistance. So we think a breakthrough of that could see us back over $3 towards this 325 technically. Trade safe, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.